Hey there, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So today we're going to be using our Copic markers and coloring this adorable fox from the My Favorite Things stamp set called Friendly Foxes. Isn't he cute? I'll put a link to the stamp set and all the supplies I used down in the description box in case you would like to pick something up. So let's get started. Alright, since we only have this one little fox to color, we're going to keep it pretty simple today. I went ahead and stamped my image on some Nina 80-pound solar white cardstock with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and then I'm just using R20 and R30 to color in his little ears there. I'm trying to make this pretty fast so that you don't have to spend forever working on it and put the card together and you can send it off quickly to a friend. It doesn't always have to be this big rigorous thing. I'm only going to color this one image today. So I'm going to color all the orange parts with YR24, YR23 or 24, YR23, and YR21. I'm going in with my darkest color and working my way down to the lightest color. And then I'm going to go back with a second coat. So again, I'll start with YR27. I'm going to flick, whenever I come back with my second coat, I always tend to flick out a little further than I did the first time with my second coat. So I always go past wherever I put the little line down so that I will blend it. To me, it blends a little bit better. And then I'm going to go ahead and flick out here with my YR23. I'm going to go ahead and fill his entire face all the way in. And then I'm going to take my YR21 and just go over his entire face. And it kind of makes it mottled up and blended out a little bit. Now for his ears, I'm going to do E44 and E49. Nothing fancy. I'm just going to do one coat and then quick little outline in the shadow area and then back over it with my E44 to soften it up. He also has a little patch under his ears that I went ahead and filled in so that they would be a little bit of definition there. For his white parts, we're going to use W3, 1, and 00. I'm going in with the darkest color, adding a little dab of my next color, and then going in and making the lines out a little bit further with my W0. I'm going to go ahead and make the entire bottom of his face that light gray, so I went ahead and just filled it all the way in. I think his face looks pretty good, so I didn't go ahead and give that a second coat. I was liking how it looked, so I just left it exactly like it was. Then I'm going in to fill in his body with my YR27, and then I'm adding YR24 over a little bit of that just to soften it up. And then we'll add YR23 over the top of that to soften that up. And I left a little bit of white there on the edges for my YR21, so when I go in I can just fill that in, and then we're going to start over and do the whole process over. Remember, I always go past a little bit where I laid it the first time just so that the line will soften up when I come over it with my next color, which is YR24. We're just doing a quick coat of that over the edges there, and then we're going to fill it in the rest of the way with our YR23. And then I'm going to still, even though I filled it all the way in, I'm still going to go over it with my YR21 just to soften and blend all those colors together. And then for his feet, we're going to give him a quick swipe of E44. And then I'm going to come back with my YR23 and just blend the edges there so they don't look quite so standing out. Same for his belly here. We're going to go with W3 for our dark shades. And then we're going to go over that with W1. And then we're going to go over that with W00. And I didn't fill it all the way in, but this time when I come through, I'm going to add a few little slashes of color so it looks like he's got some fur on his belly there. Same with W1. I'm kind of flicking it up so it's got some lines in the middle. And then I'm quickly going over the entire thing with W00. I'm going to go ahead and do the end of his tail here, this light gray color too. So again, a couple of quick flicks. Go over the entire thing with our W00, and then I'm going to add a couple of lines back in with my W3 and W1. Then I'm going to bring that W00 into the bottom section of his tail. Now for his tail here, I still want that to have some lines, so I'm just going in and flicking some lines on there. I know it looks terrible, but that's okay. It's going to look better in the end. And we're going to go the same thing with E49, and I'm making sure that the lines go in the direction the tail is going. Then I'm filling this entire bottom section in with my E44, and then I'm going to kind of flick it into my gray area down here. And then I'm going to go over the top of that with my E49 to add a few more of those flicks in. And then I'm going to flick this gray into both sections just so that it will look more less liney there. And then we're going to go ahead and quickly color in his tie. And I was unsure when I did the tie whether or not it would be showing in the end of the card because I'm going to put a little tag over the top, but it does show just a little bit. So I'm just giving it a quick swipe of our 39, 37, and 35, and that's going to call it good for our little guy. Okay, so I went ahead and cut out my fox with a coordinating die that you can get with the stamp set, and then I'm using the My Favorite Things Ric Rac die to add some embellishments to my card. For my little fox there, I'm going to go ahead and pop him up, and after I get the Ric Rac attached to my card, I'm just going to cut those ends off. It is larger than my card, which is perfect. We'll use our pop tops on our fox to pop him up, and then for the little sentiment there, the sentiment came with the fox stamp set. I just went ahead and stamped it on some Raven cardstock with some Versamark ink, and I use some super fine white embossing powder to emboss my little image there. Always make sure to use your powder prep bag on that so you don't get any stray little bits hanging out and everything like that. So anyway, that's going to do it for our card today. If you have a question, leave me a comment down below. Also, if you would like to see more pictures of the card, head over to the store blog, and I'll put a link to that down in the description box. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate it, and it helps my channel. Otherwise, I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.